Have you ever cried alone in the darkness? Tears that no one noticed, words that no one heard, prayers whispered in silence. Tonight, I want you to hear something that will change your heart. God saw every tear you cried. God knows every moment of your pain, and He is not distant. He is closer than you think, walking with you in the silence you endured. Friends, life has a way of testing us. Sometimes the storms come without warning. Sometimes the world turns its back, and the ones we love don't understand the battles we face. In those moments, you might feel invisible, unheard, even forgotten. You might ask yourself, does anyone see me? Does anyone care? I want to tell you today, God saw it all. He saw every tear that fell when no one was watching. He heard every sigh, every cry, every prayer that left your lips in the stillness of the night. And He cares. Oh, how He cares! You see, our God is not like the world. He does not measure your worth by your success or your popularity. He measures it by your heart, your faith, your courage to keep moving forward when life seemed unbearable. The tears you shed, every single one, were never wasted. They were seen, collected, and held close to His heart. Think about the moments you felt broken, when it seemed the pain would never end. Perhaps it was the loss of someone you loved, a dream that slipped away, betrayal that cut deep. In those moments, it was easy to feel alone. But even when no human eye could see your suffering, God was there. He was there, wiping away your tears, holding you in His arms, whispering peace to your spirit. And here's the hope I want you to take today. Those tears are not the end of your story. They are the seed of your testimony. Every heartbreak, every lonely night, every silent cry has a purpose. God is turning your pain into power, your sorrow into strength, and your trials into triumph. So do not despise your tears. Do not bury your emotions in shame or silence. Lift them up to the One who knows every detail of your life. Let Him transform your suffering into a song of victory. Let your tears water the seeds of blessings yet to come. Remember this, you are never alone. Your pain is never wasted. And God is closer than you think. If you have wept in silence, because the God who saw every tear is about to write the most beautiful chapter of your life. Friends, lift your head, raise your hands. Trust Him. He is faithful. He is loving, and He has been with you through every tear, preparing you for every joy that is coming. Even when the world cannot see you, God sees you. He sees the pain that you hide behind your smiles, the sorrow you try to bury deep in your heart, the silent tears that fall when no one is watching. Sometimes life feels unbearably heavy, and the people around us are too busy to notice. Perhaps you've walked through a season of heartbreak or disappointment where it seemed as though no one cared, where your struggles were invisible, where your voice went unheard. And in those moments, it's easy to feel forgotten, to feel that your pain doesn't matter. But I want you to hear this tonight, your pain matters. Your tears are precious. God saw every one of them. He saw every tear that streamed down your face when you thought you were alone. He heard every sigh, every whispered prayer, every broken cry that you kept to yourself. Even when no human eye could see you, He was there. And even when no one else noticed your suffering, God was standing beside you, holding you, comforting you, and carrying you in ways you cannot even imagine. You see, the world measures worth by what people see: success, popularity, wealth, or recognition, but God measures worth by the heart. He sees what no one else can. He sees the battles you are fighting quietly, the fears you hide, the moments when you wanted to give up, but somehow pressed on. Every tear you have shed has a voice in heaven, and God listens. Those tears are never wasted. They are not meaningless. They are not overlooked. Every drop is known to Him, and every cry is recorded in the chambers of His heart. There is nothing you have suffered in silence that God does not know. There is no tear too small, no sorrow too insignificant that escapes His notice. He is the God who counts the hairs on your head, and He is the God who sees every tear that falls from your eyes. And isn't that the most comforting thought? That in the darkest moments, when the world seems to have abandoned you, God has not abandoned you. When you feel invisible, He is watching. When you feel unheard, He is listening. When you feel weak, He is strengthening you. Sometimes the trials of life are not just hardships. They are moments that reveal the depth of God's love for you. He does not turn away from your pain. He does not dismiss your struggles. He does not fail to notice when your heart is breaking. Every tear you shed in silence is a reminder that God is near, that His eyes are upon you, and that His love is unchanging. So when you feel alone, when no one understands, when your heart aches and the tears won't stop, remember this truth: God sees it all. He knows every moment of your suffering. He is not distant. He is not unaware. He is not silent. And in that knowledge, you can find comfort, courage, and hope. Your pain is seen. Your tears are counted. And your God is holding you even now, preparing a way forward, turning your sorrow into strength, and reminding you that nothing you endure is ever unnoticed or in vain. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are not proof that you have failed, nor are they evidence that God has abandoned you. Often, the world tells us that showing emotion is a flaw, that crying is a weakness, that vulnerability is something to hide. But let me tell you tonight, there is nothing weak about a heart that feels deeply. There is nothing shameful about the tears that fall when the burden of life becomes too heavy to carry alone. In fact, your tears are witnesses. They are witnesses to your humanity, to your courage, to your faith. Every tear you have shed has spoken a language that only God understands, a language of longing, of pain, of hope, of trust. They are a testimony that you are still standing, still reaching out, still seeking the hand of God, even when your strength feels gone. Think about those moments when life felt unbearable. Perhaps it was the loss of a loved one, when the pain seemed to pierce your very soul. Perhaps it was a dream that slipped away, leaving nothing but emptiness behind. Perhaps it was betrayal, disappointment, or heartbreak that no one else could understand. In all these moments, your tears were not in vain. They were not meaningless. They were not unnoticed. Every tear you shed was an offering to God, a silent prayer that reached His ears, and a sign of your perseverance. God sees those tears, and He treasures them. He understands the weight you carry. He honors your endurance. The tears you shed are sacred, for they reveal the depth of your heart and the sincerity of your soul. You see, sometimes God allows the storms to come, not to destroy us, but to reveal to Him and to ourselves the strength of our hearts. Every tear is a part of that revelation. Every quiet sob in the night, every moment when you felt like giving up, every pang of sorrow is evidence that you are living fully, that you are loving deeply, and that you are trusting God even in the darkness. These tears testify that you are still fighting, that you are still hoping, and that you have not lost faith, even when life has tried to silence you. There is something powerful about tears that are shed in silence. There is something holy about the tears that no one sees but God. They are not a weakness. They are a declaration of your resilience. They are proof that your spirit has not been broken, even when your body or your mind feels overwhelmed. Every tear carries a story, and every story has a purpose. God is turning your tears into testimony, your pain into purpose, and your sorrow into strength. And even when you feel ashamed of your tears, even when you try to hide them from the world, God is there, affirming that they are beautiful in His eyes. He honors your heart. He honors your courage to feel, to love, and to endure. The tears you shed are sacred, and they are powerful. They have a voice. They have meaning. They have eternal significance. So do not despise your tears. Do not try to pretend they do not exist. They are proof that you are alive, proof that your heart is tender, proof that your faith is real. God has not called you to hide your emotions, but to trust Him with them, to release them to Him, and to allow Him to transform them into a source of strength for yourself and for others. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are witnesses to the life you are living and the faith you are holding on to even when the night is darkest. There are moments in life when loneliness feels like it will never end, when the silence around you is so heavy that it seems to echo in your soul, and you begin to wonder if anyone will ever understand the depth of your pain. Perhaps you've walked through days when no one called, nights when no one knocked on your door, and weeks when your heart ached for connection that never came. In those moments, it is easy to feel abandoned, to feel invisible, to feel as though the world has turned its back on you. But let me remind you tonight, loneliness is temporary and God is eternal. Even when no human being walks beside you, even when your cries seem unheard by those around you, God is there. He is not distant, He is not unaware, and He is not silent. He is closer than you could ever imagine, sitting beside you in your sorrow, holding your hand, and whispering peace to your weary heart. Many people never understand that some of the deepest growth in our lives happens in solitude. Some of the greatest victories are prepared in silence. When you feel alone, God is not absent. He is working behind the scenes, shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for the blessings that lie ahead. It is in the quiet moments when the world has nothing to offer you that God offers everything. Your loneliness is not a punishment, it is a preparation. Every tear that falls in silence, every sigh that goes unnoticed, every heart touch that seems too heavy to bear is a sign that God is with you, even in the places where no one else dares to go. Do you see, my friends, that even in your loneliest hour, you are never truly alone? When the world fails to notice your pain, God notices. When others turn away, God turns toward you. He is the God who understands your struggles before you even speak them, who knew the weight you would carry before you were born. He is the God who walks with you in every valley and who never leaves your side, and who offers comfort that no human hand could ever give. Those moments when you feel isolated, abandoned, or forgotten are the moments when God's presence is most real. He is your companion, your refuge, your unshakable friend. And here is the truth that can change everything. The loneliness you feel today is not forever. The emptiness you sense will not last. The silent nights and heavy hearts are preparing the way for a fullness of joy that only God can bring. He is orchestrating your life in ways you cannot yet see. using every moment of solitude to strengthen you, to teach you, and to prepare you for a greater purpose. Your loneliness is temporary, but God's love is eternal. He is writing a story in your life that will one day overflow with hope, connection, and joy. So when the nights feel long and the days feel empty, remember that God is closer than you think. He is in the room with you. He is listening to your heart, and He is preparing a way forward. Your loneliness is not a sign of weakness, and your tears are not unnoticed. They are sacred, and they are powerful. God's eternal presence surrounds you, His love envelops you, and His plan for your life continues to unfold, even when no one else sees it. You are never abandoned. You are never alone. God is with you in every moment, and that truth can bring courage, hope, and peace to your soul. Every tear you have shed, every moment of silent suffering, every night when your heart felt too heavy to bear, is preparing you for a testimony far greater than you can imagine. Sometimes we look at our pain and wonder why it came into our lives. We ask, "Why me, God? Why does this sorrow linger? Why does the hurt seem never ending?" And in those moments, it is so easy to feel hopeless, as though the trials we face are meaningless. But I want you to hear something tonight. Your suffering is not meaningless. Every tear is a seed planted in the soil of your life, and God is watering it, shaping it, and preparing it to bear a harvest of victory. Think about the people whose stories have inspired the world. Do you believe they lived without pain? Do you think they avoided disappointment, heartbreak, and struggle? Absolutely not. Their pain became the proof of their perseverance, the foundation of their testimony, and the light that shone for others who were lost in darkness. And the same is true for you. The heartbreak you have endured, the trials you have faced, and the tears you have cried in silence are all part of a story that God is writing, a story that will touch hearts, heal souls, and inspire others to never give up. Your pain has a purpose that goes beyond what you can see. Every moment you thought you were alone, every tear that fell in the quiet of your room, every sigh that no one noticed is being transformed by God into something powerful. Those struggles are not there to break you, but to prepare you. They are not there to define you, but to refine you. When you emerge from the storm, you will stand stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. Your testimony will not only tell of survival, but of triumph, and your story will be a beacon of hope for those who are still in the shadows. Sometimes we try to run from our pain, to hide it, to forget it, or to ignore it. But God never wastes a single tear. He never overlooks a single sorrow. The suffering that feels unbearable today is being used to shape your character and deepen your faith. Your pain is training you for something greater than you can comprehend. Every challenge you face, every obstacle in your path, and every trial that seems too heavy to bear is preparing you to testify to the world of God's faithfulness. Your silent tears will become a voice that speaks to those who are still hurting, reminding them that they are not alone and that their suffering is not in vain. And isn't that the most beautiful part of it all? That your pain, your heartbreak, and your struggles are not wasted. That the tears you cried in private will one day become the inspiration for someone else's courage. That every sleepless night and every moment of loneliness is part of a plan far greater than your understanding. God is turning your sorrow into strength, your trials into triumph, and your silent cries into a powerful testimony of His love, mercy, and faithfulness. So do not despise your suffering. Do not fear the tears or the heartache. They are shaping a story that will not only change your life, but touch the lives of countless others. Every moment of pain, every trial, every tear is preparing the stage for your testimony, and God is writing it beautifully. He is taking what the world sees as brokenness and transforming it into a story of hope, courage, and unshakable faith that will echo far beyond what you can imagine. Hope is closer than you think. So often, when we are in the middle of our trials, when life has crushed us with disappointment, when darkness seems to surround us on every side, we feel as though hope is far away, as though blessings are delayed, and as though relief will never come. We look around and we see nothing but pain, heartache, and struggle. We wonder if the waiting will ever end, if the prayers we have whispered in the quiet will ever be answered, and if the tears we have shed will ever turn into joy. And yet, even in the midst of despair, there is a truth that can transform your life. God's timing is perfect, and the very tears you shed today are being used to prepare the way for blessings, joy, and breakthroughs that are coming to you. Every moment of sorrow is planting seeds of hope that will bloom in ways you cannot yet imagine. The nights that seem endless, the struggles that feel unbearable, the pain that threatens to overwhelm your spirit, they are not permanent. They are temporary, but God's love and His promises are eternal. He sees your tears. He knows your heart. He understands your longing for relief, for peace, and for the breakthrough that seems just out of reach. And He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating your life with perfect wisdom and infinite care. It is so easy to forget that hope is not something we create on our own. Hope is something that comes from God, something that grows in the soil of faith, nurtured by the knowledge that He is never late and that His plans for us are greater than anything we could ever imagine. Even when you cannot see the way forward, even when the path seems blocked and the future uncertain, God is still moving, preparing a way for you and bringing you into alignment with the destiny He has designed for your life. Every trial, every tear, every moment of waiting is being used to build your patience, strengthen your faith, and deepen your trust in Him. Do you see, my friends, that the hope you seek is already on its way? The breakthrough you are waiting for is already being prepared. The blessings that seem delayed are already in motion. God is never early, and He is never late. He is always perfectly on time. And in His timing, your tears, your struggles, and your prayers will find their purpose. What seemed like a season of loss or despair will become a season of victory and joy. What felt like an endless night will turn into a sunrise of hope, brighter than you ever imagined. Even in the moments when despair threatens to overwhelm you, when you feel as though the weight of your struggles is too much to bear, remember this: your hope is alive. It is closer than you think. God is watching, God is working, and God is moving on your behalf. Every tear you have shed, every moment you have waited, every prayer you have whispered in silence is being honored and answered in ways that will far exceed your expectations. So hold on to hope, my friends. Do not let the darkness convince you that the light is gone. Do not let the waiting convince you that your breakthrough will never come. God is faithful, God is loving, and God is using every moment of your life to prepare a future full of blessings, joy, and restoration. Your hope is not lost. It is closer than you think, and it is already on its way to you. Faith grows in the quiet moments. It grows not when life is easy, not when everything is going according to plan, but when the storms come, when the nights are long, and when the world seems to have abandoned you. It is in those moments when you are alone with your thoughts, your fears, and your doubts that your faith is being tested and strengthened. Often, we want God to show himself in grand displays, to make the answers obvious, to remove every obstacle instantly. But the reality is that faith is cultivated in the unseen, in the hidden, in the moments no one else witnesses. It is in those silent struggles that God is shaping your character, deepening your trust, and teaching you to rely on him above all else. Think about the times when you felt weak, when you felt like giving up, when the pain seemed too much to bear. Perhaps it was a personal loss, a broken relationship, a failure that left your spirit crushed. In those moments, it is easy to doubt, to question, and to despair. Yet, it is precisely in those moments that your faith is growing. Each tear, each prayer whispered in silence, each night spent wrestling with your heart-touch is nurturing a resilience and strength that cannot be formed in comfort. God is taking what seems like suffering and turning it into a crucible for faith. He is showing you that even when you cannot see the outcome, even when the answers seem delayed, he is still working, still present, and still faithful. Faith that grows in the quiet moments is a faith that cannot be shaken. It is a faith that does not depend on circumstances or human validation. It is a faith that trusts in God's timing, God's wisdom, and God's love, even when the world around you seems chaotic and unkind. Those hidden battles you fight, those tears you cry alone, those prayers you speak with trembling lips, they are not wasted. They are the very soil in which your faith takes root and grows strong. And when the storms of life pass, when the darkness lifts, and when the answers finally come, that faith will stand firm, unmovable, and unwavering, a testimony of God's presence and power in your life. Do not despise the quiet moments, my friends. Do not resent the times when you feel alone, when you feel tested, when the answers do not come as quickly as you hoped. These are the moments that God uses to cultivate a deeper, stronger, and more enduring faith in you. It is in the unseen work, in the private struggles, in the tears no one else sees, that God is molding you, shaping you, and preparing you for the future he has planned. And oh, what a powerful faith it is when it has been forged in silence, in patience, and in endurance. It is a faith that inspires others, a faith that stands as a light in darkness, a faith that carries testimony to God's love, his faithfulness, and his unchanging presence. The faith that grows in quiet moments is not dependent on applause, recognition, or ease. It is anchored in God himself, and it can carry you through every trial, every heartbreak, and every season of life. So treasure the quiet moments. Welcome the hidden struggles. Embrace the tears and the trials that seem unnoticed. Your faith is growing, even when you cannot feel it, even when you cannot see it. God is at work, cultivating a strength within you that will not fail. He is teaching you to trust him, to rely on him, and to cling to him above all else. And when the world finally sees the fruit of your faith, they will witness a testimony forged in the crucible of life, a faith that has been tried, tested, and proven, and a heart that has been refined by God's eternal hand. God's love never leaves you. There are times in life when the storms rage around us, when the darkness feels overwhelming, when it seems that every step forward is met with a wall of resistance, and our hearts begin to doubt whether anyone Even God is aware of our suffering. Perhaps you've walked through a valley so deep, so lonely, that it felt as though God Himself had turned away. Perhaps you have shed tears that no one else noticed, prayed prayers that seemed to echo into an empty sky, and carried burdens that no human hand could help you bear. In those moments, it is easy to feel abandoned, to feel that you are alone, to feel as though your pain is invisible. But let me tell you tonight, your God's love never leaves you. His presence is constant. His heart is with you even when you cannot feel it, even when the world seems silent, even when the nights are long and the burdens heavy. God's love is not dependent on your circumstances, and it does not waver based on your feelings. It is steadfast, eternal, and unchanging. It surrounds you even when you cannot see it. It carries you even when your own strength fails. Every tear you shed, every moment of grief, every silent cry has been seen by Him and has been held close to His heart. You are never too far gone, never too broken, never too weary, and never too ashamed to be embraced by His love. He does not reject your pain. He does not scorn your tears. He does not dismiss your struggles. Instead, He draws near, comforting you, holding you, and promising that He will never leave you nor forsake you. It is a love that pursues you even when you run from it, that calls to you even when your heart is hardened, that reaches for you even when you feel unworthy. Every moment of doubt, every night of despair, every feeling of isolation is met with His unwavering devotion. He is not a God who turns His back on His children. He is not distant or indifferent. He is the God who knew you before you were born, who understands the very depths of your heart, who knows your every thought, and who sees every tear you have ever cried. This is a love that does not falter, a love that does not fade, a love that remains constant through every trial, every hardtack, and every season of life. And here is the hope I want you to carry tonight. Because God's love never leaves you, your struggles are never wasted. Because He is with you, your tears are never unnoticed. Because His heart is yours, your pain has purpose. God uses the moments of sorrow to teach you, to strengthen you, and to mold you into someone who can not only endure life's storms, but who can testify to His faithfulness and inspire others through the journey. The love of God is not abstract. It is personal. It is intimate. It is present in every heartbeat, every prayer, every sigh, and every tear. So when you feel alone, when the night feels too long, when the world seems silent, remember this: God's love is surrounding you, holding you, and sustaining you. He is the companion who will never abandon you, the friend who will never leave your side, the Father who knows every pain, every loss, every tear, and every struggle you endure. You are cherished, you are seen, you are held, and because of His unending love, your story is not over, your tears are not wasted, and your heart is never truly alone. God is with you, and His love will never fail you. Tonight, I want you to carry this truth in your heart. Every tear you have shed, every silent cry, every moment of pain has not gone unnoticed. God has seen it all. He has heard every prayer, felt every sorrow, and held you close when no one else could. Your struggles are not meaningless. Your heartbreak is not wasted. Your loneliness is not ignored. God is faithful, and His love is constant. He has been with you through every valley, every storm, and every shadow, and He is preparing a future filled with hope, joy, and purpose. Do not let your pain make you bitter. Do not let your tears make you doubt, and do not let the silence make you feel invisible. Instead, lift your heart and remember that your suffering is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for a testimony that will inspire, heal, and encourage others. Your God sees you. Your God knows you. Your God loves you beyond measure. So hold on, stay faithful, and trust Him. The God who saw every tear you cried in silence is working all things together for your good. Your story is not over. Your breakthrough is coming, and His love will never leave you.